Okay, so for this circle, it has a radius of 4. So the diameter, if the radius is 4, the diameter would be double that, which is 8. And then we can plug that into the equation. So pi times 8. And then in the calculator, use the pi button. You would do 8 pi equals this number. And we're going to round to the nearest hundredths on all of these problems. Circumference equals 25.13 yards. And circumference is the distance around that circle. Okay, the next one, the world's largest flower, the giant rafflesia, I don't even know how to say that, is 91 centimeters in diameter. I use a calculator to find the circumference again. So again, you'd look at the reference sheet. Thank you, Frank Cloud. Here's the practice test. You'd look at the reference sheet, find the circumference equation. Circumference equals pi times diameter. Says the diameter is 91. So in a calculator, you would do 91 pi. 91 pi equals this number. 285.88, and it is in centimeters. On the problems, it's either going to say to round to the hundredths or the tenths place. This says tenths place, which would be 1 decimal place, so technically we should round it to 0.9. But for the sake of this worksheet, I'm just going to get in a habit of 2 decimal places just to keep it consistent. Okay. Then the next one, it says find the area of a circle. So again, you can go over to your reference sheet, circle, and it says area equals pi r squared. Then you would write down the equation, area equals pi r squared, and then plug in numbers to solve. So area equals pi, the radius is 7.1 squared. When you solve this, you need to use order of operations, so 7.1 squared comes first. And I will be coming around to check your work on this right after we're done, so make sure that you're writing it with us. Times pi. So area equals 158.37 meters squared. Okay, number 4. It says diameter is 9.4. It wants us to find the area. In order to find the area, we need to write down the equation. Diameter is 9.4, so the radius would be half of that, which would be 4.7. And then we plug that into the equation. 4.7 squared. And then this comes out to 69.40. Okay. Next one, find the area of the semicircle, round to the nearest tenth. For a semicircle, it is half of a circle. So we're going to find the area of the entire circle, which again, you can look at the reference sheet, it is pi r squared. But the area of just the half of the circle, we will divide it by 2. So plugging in all of our numbers. And then you can plug that into a calculator and you will get 22.68 yards squared. Okay, so this will be available on Schoology, so if you want to print it out and do it again tonight, you can. Number 6. The area of a circle is 201.1. Find the radius. So we're still using area equation. You could use your reference sheet to find it. Area equals pi r squared. But this time they give us the area and we have to work backwards to find radius. So our area is 201.1. Then we're trying to solve for r, so we're going to divide both sides by pi. And we get 64.01 equals r squared. Take the square root of both sides, and r equals 8.00. And there's more decimals at the end, but rounded to the hundredths is 8.00. Okay, then these directions are actually for the problem at the top. Find the diameter and radius of a circle with the given circumference. So we're going to move up to the top here again. So we're going to move up to number 7. They give us the circumference. We have to work backwards to find diameter and radius. So we're going to use the equation for circumference. Circumference equals pi times diameter. Circumference 21.2 equals pi times diameter. Divide by pi. And it comes out to, diameter is 6.75, and then for radius, just divide that by 2, and it comes out to 3.37. Okay. Now we're going to find the area of a shaded sector. So when we did this, we're essentially finding part of the area. So we're going to set up a proportion. It says this sector is 37 degrees, so we'll do 37 degrees over 360. That's the part of the circle. And then we put that equal to the area of the sector over total area of the circle. So we have to find the area of the circle. So off to the side over here, area of the circle is pi r squared. It says the radius is 19. If you solve this out, it comes out to 361 pi. And that is 1134.11. And then I'm going to use the area of the circle to plug into this equation. Okay, so from here to here I cross multiplied. And then divided both sides by 360 to get the area of just the sector. Okay, number 9. Number 9, same type of problem. We're going to find the area of just the shaded part. They tell us the non-shaded part is 8 degrees, so we have to find out the degrees of this part. Well, 360 minus 8 would be 352. So 352 degrees must be the degrees of the shaded part. Then we're going to set up the proportion. Area of the sector is the x, and the area of the whole circle, area equals pi r squared. The radius is 6. So it comes out to 113.097. That's the area of the whole circle. we set up this proportion, we're going to put the area of the whole circle on the bottom here, and then use cross multiplication to solve for just the shaded part. I made this practice test at the same time I was choosing questions for the test. So anything on here is going to be very similar to the test questions. I just chose one for the practice test and then chose several like it for the test bank. So number 10, area of a rhombus or kite, specifically not trapezoid, we didn't cover that in this chapter, but rhombus or kite. And the equation for the area of a rhombus or kite is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Now that equation actually isn't on the reference sheet, so that's one that you just have to have memorized. Okay, then to solve it, diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, 34 times 11, and then we'll divide by 2. Comes out to this. Okay, 11, 12, and 13, those are only for my honors classes, so you do not need to worry about 11, 12, or 13. Okay, next. 14, find the equation of each circle. So the equation of a circle, I don't know if you remember, it was x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. The h and k is the center, and then r is the radius. So to write the equation of this circle, we would do x plus 7 squared plus y minus 11 squared equals 64. Is the equation of a circle in here? Nope. I was trying to see if equation of a circle is on here, and it is not. Lovely. It is what it is. Okay. Then number 15, for each circle with the given equation, state the coordinates of the center and the measure of the radius. Then graph the equation. So for this one, we would put plus 4 on the other side. So x squared plus y squared equals 4. Because this doesn't have x plus anything or y plus anything, the center is actually at 0, 0. And then this is the radius squared, so the radius must be 2. Okay, 16, find the arc length of a circle which has a radius of 21 units and the central angle of 30 degrees. Okay, arc length was degrees, so 30 degrees over 360 equals arc length over circumference of the whole circle. So circumference equals pi times diameter, so that would be 42. Pi times 42 is 131.95. And then you can solve for x. 17. Radius of a circle is 7 centimeters. What is the length of the 90-degree arc right here? Okay, well, same equation. 90 over 360 equals arc length over the area, the circumference of the circle. Circumference equals pi times diameter, which in this case would be 14. Why did it come out to the same thing? I don't know. Okay, let's see. 14 pi times 90 That's weird. Okay. Next one, 18. Calculate the population density of Nepal, given that the population of Nepal is this number and the land area is 147,000 kilometers squared. Population density is the people over the area. So people here would be 28,100,000. Area is this number. If you divide it, you get 191.16 people per kilometer squared. Okay, 19. Calculate the population density of Monaco, given the population of Monaco is this number, and the land area is 2 kilometers squared. So again, people over the area, so we're going to divide these two numbers. For this number, 3.87 times 10 to the fourth, you can move the decimal over 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get this number divided by 2. And this equals this. But it says to give your answer with 3 significant figures. So that would be these first 3 numbers. So we would make this 19400. And number 20. Last one, about 1.75 million people lived in a circular region with a 15-mile diameter. So circle, 15-mile diameter. Find the population density in people per square mile. So 1.75 million would look like this. And we need the area of this. Then we divide it. Population density is 9903.23 people per mile squared. That's it.